Hello, and welcome to sunny Portugal. And as you can see,
I'm injured.
Ryan's a little bit injured. The day before we actually start going to the rally. What have you done, Ryan?
Well, what happened is we thought we'd just take it nice and easy. We got here, the sun was out today. Thought, you know what, we'll have a little game of football. So we had a little game of football. Finton tackled me. I hit a ball, rolled over a ball and dislocated my knee. Just exactly what you need before 3 days of hiking through big hills. Yeah, them hills to go to rally stages. So now, what happened was we was outside playing football, did my knee in, and I was like, somebody ring an ambulance. Anyway, without thinking that we had a car, Oliver and James went off, rung an ambulance. And then anyway, when they were gone, I was just in so much pain. I said to Finton, just put it back in. So he did. He just literally, after a few attempts, I was trying not to pass out. I just popped it back into place eventually, and I felt a lot better after that. You and Finton went off and got me some crutches and a knee brace, which has saved us a trip to a hospital, which would probably cost more money and would have been more of an inconvenience. So I'm better. I can almost walk upstairs now, so we're halfway there.
Tell you what, Portugal so far yesterday wasn't that nice weather, but today it's been very nice. As you can probably tell, I'm completely red. See, I need the sympathy. I'm burned.
I know, your poor butt.
Yeah, my shoulders are really red.
I shouldn't have played football. You should have put sun cream on.
Yeah, possibly. Well, I thought it wasn't that hot early, so I thought it'd be fine. But then, 2 hours ago, I was like, oh dear, I'm really red. So yeah, I'm going to be quite red for the rest of the week. But well, that's what you get for being a bit stupid. But anyway, we'll get on to our first topic, which kind of guess is what we've been up to, and it's probably been the most exciting rallying last week or so. Well, say I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah. What?
This week. So by the time this gets released, Portugal, you'll know who won. We don't.
No.
Caliban
and Pera.
No, I hope not. I hope it's Evans. We've got this little draw system where me, Oliver, Finton, James, it's like taking names out of a hat, and whoever wins, everybody else has to buy them a pint at the end of the week. We've got that for the rally ones, for WRC guys, and then for the rally twos, the WRC 2 guys. And I think, so I've got, who have I got? I've got Josh. I've got Josh, and I've got Munster, and then Evans. Yeah. So let's be honest.
You've got one but good one, two that are really not going to win. I've got two that could win. I've got Thierry Neuville, Oit Tanak, and then I've got Sami Piari. Sami Piari's not going to win. If he does, I'll be more than happy. But the other two could win, but they're not the top ones.
But James and Finton, they have Ogier and Rovanpera. So
yeah, they're probably going to win.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to the most important thing that's happened in the last year for me? My rally. It was so sick. It was so fun. For me, half of it, or not half of it, but some of it were going to be, I'm in a rally drive. I'm in my rally gear. I've got the helmet, and I'm a rally driver. I get to walk around the service area being that rally driver. I always look at being they're cool.
That's what we've seen, as dad and all the people who kind of looked up to as kids. You always, even on WRC, when you see them, they're always in the kit. And it's you're going to be the person in the kit. So I get why he was excited about that.
For me, that was so sick. But then after I did the first stage, it was that was 1% of it. I didn't care about being a rally driver anymore. It was so fun. And yeah, it was amazing. What was it for you being a spectator then?
I was holding back the awful emotion of jealousy. I'll be honest, I always thought I was going to rally before Oliver. And then it came so quick because Oliver's quite a good ideas, man. I'm not going to lie.
Stupid enough to say, I'll do it.
But when he does something, he just does it. I'm always can I afford? Should I buy a car? Should I rent a car? Should I get this car? If I save a bit more money, I get this car. But you're really good at pushing me and yourself onto doing it, because you literally went 21st birthday, that's November. It was I think I could do a rally to his dad. And then he was just if he's got the money and save up and rent a car. And Oliver's I'll make it happen. I'll do it. I'm you might have spent all your money.
And I lived on pot noodles for 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, it might have been an awful few months, but you did it. I just wouldn't have the balls to do that.
Yeah. It's all I've ever wanted to do. We've always, no matter since a young age, it's always been, imagine if we could do this, imagine if we could do that. I've always said, do you think we'd be quicker than them? Do you think we'd slower? But we've always thought that. It's everything we've always wanted. So it's I could have got maybe an iPad or a new phone or whatever. But really, an iPad's cool, but I won't remember, remember when I had that iPad? No, I won't. But remember my first rally when I didn't finish.
But rally stages.
You won't be able to see because please watch our video. We've put so much effort into it. We hired loads of like gear for it, loads of lights and stuff, and we've really put a lot of effort, especially this guy. Even though he didn't do the rally, he's put so much effort into it. So please watch the video. It's
a really nice video, and I think it does tell a really good story about your first rally. And it also, I think it's quite helpful for people like
who haven't done it before.
Yeah, seeing the behind the scenes. Like even if you have done it before, but, like seeing how other people do it, seeing like some tips and some like interesting things.
No tips are coming from me. But yeah, it was so fun. It was one of the greatest days of my life. It was amazing. And your face said 1,000 words of that scrutiny where you just sat there like, no, it was like, yeah, jealousy, maybe? Yeah, it was jealousy.
I was so jealous. I mean, it's true, like, this is Oliver's big thing. It was his 21st birthday, family, friends helped out. He also saved up loads of money. So, like, I wasn't going to, like, I was really happy for you. I was buzzing. It was a great day out for me as well. But I was also just like seeing him suited up and getting that car, going to the stage. It's like, that's going to be me, but not right now. So next stop is...
We're doing a rally together, I guess. Woo! Yay! So we are going to do, it's not fully confirmed, you haven't got an entry in or anything, but we're going to do Heroes Rally near Blackpool. You know what's the army base called? Weeton Army Base.
Is it in Blackpool?
It's like a couple of miles away. And basically, fullback was very good for learning. So, but I didn't learn too much, but still, it's good for learning. But then this is like a lot of corners. It's not straight corner. It's corner, straight corner.
A lot of 90 degrees and a lot of curves. It's a lot harder rally to finish. From what we've seen, like the in-cars and other clips, there's a lot of like, I've seen punches, see people go onto curbs and ruin the rally.
Crashing.
Like it's a harder rally than fullback, but I think that kind of makes it a bit more interesting, and it'll be there's more to it, I think.
Yeah, it's more like a proper rally. It's not just, fullback was a bit like a test, like a testing. We just used a lot for testing. It was like, but then this feels like a proper rally, and it could be actually genuinely be a proper stage of a full multi-venue rally.
It was one of the stages, or part of the stage, which made up the old Northwest stage, I believe. So it is a proper stage. It's very twisted, technical, and I think it'll be really fun.
What is the car we're doing it in? Fingers crossed.
It's a Ford RS200.
Oh, I thought we're doing Metro 604s.
Oh, was it that?
No, Peugeot T16, that's it. No, we're doing it in minis. We're doing it in minis again. So you're going to have the mini that I was driving, which I'd say, it's a lovely car.
1.6, no supercharger. Yeah. I mean, you'll be doing it
I wouldn't say it's the quickest car in the world, because it's not the quickest 1600, but it is very fun, especially for me and you that drive. We've never really driven any performance cars. Oh, it's fun. And then I'll be doing it in, hopefully, a supercharger mini.
Is that 2 litre as well?
No, so I think, I actually don't know. I think it's a 1.6 supercharged.
But that's got 220 horsepower too?
No, it depends what tunes you want, but like from about 170 to about 210.
I mean, what's mine got? Because
110, 120. I've driven one car with over like 200 horsepower, 150 horsepower for, and now I get to do it on stage. So yeah, that should be very fun. Also very scary, but I've got to find a navigator. I've got a few in mind, so that should be. We've just got to be challenging, because it's not easy to find navigators. People that are in rallying will know. Finding a navigator, especially a paying navigator, is not easy. But yeah, that is like the next thing.
And I cannot wait. I can't wait.
I can't wait as well.
I can't wait to thrash you in an underpowered car. Like, it's going to be so...
It'll be a bit
but it is... If we did the same car, we'd be too competitive. We'd end up like...
Boom,
well, yeah,
boom,
I mean, just
crash.
Yeah, of course it'd be crashing, because if you've done like, it don't matter. We're gonna go into that stage and we just want to beat each other.
We won't be far off each other.
We won't be too far off. Hopefully, we've rallied before, but hopefully, I'd want to be aiming to catch you, and you'd be aiming to catch people further into the field. So like, I think it's better this way, and your egos don't need to get hurt as much.
Yeah, true. Like, mine's the one that's at risk of really getting hurt.
Like,
if you beat me, my ego's.
So if you beat me, that's fine.
Yeah, realistically, I'm going to if I'm in a supercharge, but also if I don't, then.
Like, there's other factors: punches, crashes, retirements. So before we came on to Portugal, we heard some news. It's rumoured that Hyundai are leaving the WRC. What does that mean for the WRC?
Well, what it means is, we're dropping another team. Like, we lost Citroen a couple of years ago, and now we're going to drop another one, and it just can't carry on. There won't be any teams left.
It's gone from a lot more to a lot less, and now it's 4-3.
5-4-3 since Volkswagen. 5-4-3 2.
If it's 2, it's not enough to have a championship.
There's only the realistic. Like, yes, M Sport are good, and M Sport like, yeah, they've got some like good drivers, but they're not pushing. They're not battling Toyota. The only people that can battle Toyota are Hyundai, and the reason for it is they want to promote their hybrid technology. Where their company's going is electric and hybrid and all that, and that's why they're still doing rallying, because they were promoting the hybrid. Now they've changed it back to non-hybrid. Yes, in the future there are plans for it to continue, but right now there isn't. So for them to spend millions upon millions of pounds not to promote what they wanting to promote, you kind of see why they want to do it.
See, and I got confused a bit with the regulations, because I thought the new 2026 regulations were basically any shell, any chassis, and then also any drive trains, like, electric, hybrid. You could do hydrogen if you wanted to, diesel, petrol,
nuclear,
whatever.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you wanted. I thought it was that, and I thought they'd be really open to like developing it. But from the sounds of it, it's not that. It's the chassis is right. You can use whatever. So
I don't think the FIA know what they're doing. I don't think the FIA know what the regulation is going to be in 2027 or whatever. Because it was like, it can be flexible. Yeah, we can change it when we want to. So it's not like a set in stone for a certain amount of period of time. But they also don't know what's going to work. But what they did say, what someone from the FIA did say, is we've got plenty of sports that do electric things. If you want to do that, go to that. But for someone to do rallying in a hatchback compared to Formula E, it's completely different. You can't promote your i20.
No, exactly. You're using your road cars. You're trying to sell cars which are being driven on these rally stages.
It's one of the only major motorsports that you can actually promote like a normal car.
Exactly,
like,
a working men normal car. Yeah, it's not like even your touring championships or your GT ones. They're all supercars, sports cars. Like, this is everyday working class cars which should go out there and win rallies, which is why they do it, to sell more cars. So yeah, it seems a bit daft, like, with the FIA putting things in place to make it more difficult rather than, I thought it was a really good thing, 2026, opening it up, having all these options. It increased competition, it increased more people, more companies being like, okay, I'm an electric company, we're going to be electric by 2030, we'll bring an electric car to it.
Also try and bring them Skodas in. Try and bring the Skodas, the Citroens back to WRC.
Exactly.
Volkswagen,
and they'll develop their own car. I thought like it could be another like almost Group B era where there's so much freedom to do what you want. Then you end up with kind of crazy ideas or different ideas, and like Lancia versus Audi Quattro. You could have the same thing. Imagine electric versus petrol. Who's going to win? I mean, one develops, spends 2 years down the line. They've got an amazing electric car, and one's spent, refining the current car, the petrol car. Which one's going to win? I thought it could open it up. I mean, but here we are, and they've just kind of, if Hyundai leave, it becomes
screwed.
I mean, there's nobody else. I've not heard of anybody else saying they're going to come up.
Yeah, there's been little rumours of Volkswagen, and I'd like to see Citroen, but they need to sort it out. But then also, what can they do to sort it out? I think it's simple. Drive to Survive. Sorry, look where F1 was. Look before Drive to Survive came out. Look where F1 is now. It's got way bigger. It must doubled in size, if not tripled. Like, it's gone huge. And if rallying gets one of them, a proper one on Netflix or anything like that, it will just grow the sport so much, because all the people that are like motorsport fans, people like cars, and also watch Drive to Survive, will think, oh, there's a rallying one. I'll watch that. Then bang. It's proven. Just do it.
No, I agree. I think I don't know the numbers and how many people came in after Drive to Survive started airing, but what I think it definitely did, from my experience, is widen the audience. It widened it from motorsport F1 fans to everybody. I mean, Hollister's selling F1 shirts now.
Yeah,
I mean,
isn't it?
Like F1 shirts,
Primark.
Like I said, everybody wants to be a part of it because it's now a bigger thing than just the racing motorsport element. It's now kind of fashionable and cool, and back to kind of the old days when it was on TV and there wasn't too much on TV, so people would tune in for the F1 on a week, and now it's what can people watch and binge watch or whatever it is on Netflix. Let's get rallying on there. And I'm not saying it's going to be as big as F1. It's probably not.
But it'd help. It'd help hugely. And it's so much more attractive to the manufacturers. That's what we need. Fans, yes. But fans come after once it's a competitive championship with lots of manufacturers.
So, yeah, and we're speaking about Hyundai leaving. Like, that's, in my head, a big blow to the sport.
Like, huge.
I mean, I'll still watch it. I know I will. We do, rally stages. We watch rallying. But I'd probably also start watching GT racing or something else. I love motorsport. It's not just rallying I love. I do love rallying more than all the others. With more manufacturers comes more fans, and more competitive more competitive manufacturers means there's more fans, and the circle continues. and it widens.
M Sport are actually trying to do something though. They've got something out called More Than a Machine on YouTube, which is really good. But I think on YouTube, you don't necessarily click on something unless it's people you know you want to watch. But like on Netflix, people search for a while and then, oh yeah, I'll go and then I like cars, I'll watch that. So if we can get somehow More Than a Machine, get Toyota and Hyundai, if they're still there, involved.
I think that's the problem with More Than a Machine. It's all one team, which is great because you can follow the behind the scenes and everybody in that team, and it's probably really good as like honestly, a hiring tool and showing off to your staff and stuff. But it's not great if you're watching it and want to see the championship and like Drive Saga gives you that taste of F1 and the competition, who's beating who. I
think it'd be perfect.
Get the manufacturers in.
It would be perfect because rallying is not the easiest thing to follow. It's over 3 or 4 days. It's hard to follow. So
there's no camera footage either.
Yeah,
it's a few drone bits, helicopter shots, but there's not a continuous shot. But the storylines,
are really good.
On the level as F1, if not more.
If not more, because a puncture is really common. A crash. There's always 1 or 2 crashes every week. There's not always 1 or 2 crashes at F1. So it's way more action packed, but over a longer period. It's not over 2 hours or an hour. It's over 3 days. It'd be amazing.
Combine that into one 40-minute episode. It'll be more entertaining than F1.
I put everything into it. I think it'd grow rallying double, triple. I think it'd do so much for rallying. Having a thing on Netflix, all Prime, but I think mainly on Netflix, it'd do so much for it.
Any of them, to be honest.
One sec. Pause it for a sec. Hello. Oh, hello! Look at this. Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Beers on service. Thank you. Just what I needed. I've just run out. We are on holiday, so we're allowed to. Oh, well, this is great. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about how good Drive to Survive thing would be for him, and we need to do it. We should be employed.
I was saying this honestly. If we want to do it and people don't want to get a full meeting, I don't know, Paramount Pictures to do it, hire us. We'll make your video.
We only charge about £1 million a year or something along those lines. I'm joking.
But yeah, no, I do think it'd be a really impressive thing. I think the more media, the more eyes on rallying you can get, the better. Because it should be F1, WRC, and I'd love to see it both in the same. But F1's so easy to record, so up there, so going on for so long, that WRC might take the second spot. But it should not drop behind GT3, 4 Racing, the British Touring Car Championship.
Yeah, it should be the second biggest motorsport in the world. Yeah. Def by far. And yet again, we're giving solid, amazing advice out to the rallying world. We did it the other week with telling the FIA how to sort out the swearing ban, which they've listened to as well. They're not paying it to us or paying it to a charity, but they've reduced it a bit. We're just good at advice in the rallying world. Fair. It might actually be quite good for people higher up and all of it to listen to other fans. We love rallying, and yes, you need to impress the teams, you need to impress the drivers, but also you need to impress the fans. You need to do what the fans want as well. So we might actually be a very good outlet for that.
Without the fans, there's no sponsorship. Without sponsorship, there's no money. There you go. Yeah, it's all
we are the most important people in rallying.
Me and Oliver, hands down, nobody else.
Thierry Neuvilleux.
Who's that?
I never heard of him. World champion or something.
Anyway, we're in Portugal. What is the plan for this weekend?
Well, we did have a plan, but then somebody dislocated the leg, so now the plan's kind of gone up in the air. So
all my fault, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all your fault. So after this, I'm going to have to replan it for tomorrow to find somewhere we can park a car quite close to it. So it's going to be less than like a kilometre walking. But even still, the amount of fans that are in Portugal, there's so many fans that come and watch it. I don't know, you still might have to walk some decent distance.
Well, think of this, we headed to Faf Jump yesterday just to have a little nosy and have a look around. But we were driving up the road towards it, and there's a few parking spots, don't get me wrong, but the footage of all them fans, there's thousands. And that means, say there's even 4 fans per car.
It's probably like...
Say there's 4,000 people, there's more than 4,000 people.
No, I think 4,000 cars.
Yeah.
And thousands of cars. And all it is one very normal road and a dirt track. That you can't fit them all in. Plus, then you've got the end of rally stage there. You've got all rally travel. You've got all people that pay to be there. It's going to be hard. That's Sunday. So Friday, we're going to have to change our plans and see what we can get. I do know of a jump, which might be quite good. That's not too far away. Saturday, we're hopefully going to go have a nice day of rally and then maybe go see Hyundai and M Sport. Have a look around, see what they're doing.
Fingers crossed. If all plays well, we'll go see them. Yeah. Have a little have a little look around and see what they're up to. Try, some corporate espionage, sell it to the highest bidder. Don't listen to that, sorry. But yeah,
that should be quite good. That should be very good.
And if it all goes well, that's Saturday, Sunday, back up really early.
Yeah, we're setting off at 4 o'clock, getting there at about 5, and stage starts at 8:30. So we've got plenty of time, and then we're going to stay there for the Wolf Power stage as well. And maybe even if we can get some sort of pass or something, if we can wiggle our way around to get a pass or something, maybe go see the ceremonial finish as well, which could be very good.
It's a big enough area, and I mean, I think that's the thing with rallying as well is you can always kind of find your way around. You
can always sneak around.
No, I'm not saying you're going to sneak into anywhere. That would be irresponsible and bad. But you kind of can be nearby. It's not like a circuit where there's a gate around it. Even if it means you have to stand 500 metres away and overlook it from a bridge and or whatever, a mound. Yeah. You can still leave at F1, Silverstone. You're not going to get in.
The thing is, yes, we've paid quite a lot of money to come here. It's free. It is free. Yeah, we've paid for a whole holiday, but also it's free to go. It's rallying.
The rallying's free. The holiday wasn't free.
Yeah, the holiday is free.
This luscious villa is not free. I wish it was. Anybody's got any spots in Monte Carlo where we could come for the next rally? That would be great. You can give us it for free.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Or Finland. I'll take Finland.
Or any other rally ever.
Yeah. We'll take it. But I think that's enough for today. I need to go cook a barbecue. And then I need to also plan the rally.
Yeah, we spent way too long on this podcast. Yeah. So, barbecue.
Watching the shakedown replay.
Because we didn't watch it earlier. Because we're bad rally fans.
And then the last stage there.
And then the first stage. What an exciting weekend. I hope the sun stays out.
Alright, come on then, Ryan, jog on.
You can piss right off.
Thank you very much for watching. Watch our new video. Bye.